Welcome to Normal Guy Supercar, where today we're going to do something a little bit different. If you're new to the channel, I'm Josh. We're at the Stub here. This is our dealership slash hangout slash cool car place. Sometimes you buy a car to make money, which is typically what we do. Sometimes you buy with your brain, you do it smart. Sometimes you buy with your heart, and that's what I did. So I want to show you what I bought. There it is, 1957 Porsche Speedster. It's a replica, built by Vintage Motor Cars in California. I've always loved these cars. They have a special place in my heart. My grandpa had one back in the 70s and 80s, and when he passed away, I got a picture of it. He talked about it all the time. We'll put that picture up right here so you can see it. And I just thought it was the coolest car ever. You know, ever since I saw that when I was a little kid, I was like, someday I want to have one of those. Well, nowadays, they're just insanely expensive for an authentic one. And the replicas are pretty reasonable. So I'll tell you how I got this one. It's a pretty cool story on this, and show you the car, and we'll take it for a little bit of a drive. You don't see these too often. Like I said, I think it's just the coolest looking car probably ever. I don't know. Tugs on my heartstrings. Anyways, like I said, it's a 1957 replica. I did do a few things to it. It had sat outside a little bit, so there was some rust on some stuff, so I replaced the headlights. I replaced the this piece here. I replaced the fog lights, the badges. Did a few other things I'll point out, but here it is. It's got the cool German, that's like the German AAA badge on the back there. It's got all the original. I did replace that, and I replaced all these badges. They were all faded, looking pretty bad. I love these headlight covers. Those are so cool. I always loved how sucked in the wheels were. It's like, yeah, the stance, not great, but it's really cool. It's not meant to be. These tires are sucked way in there, as you can see. These originally came with a 1600 modified Volkswagen engine. This one's got a 1900cc engine in it. I think it's about 120 horsepower. But it's very light, so it moves pretty good. I'll go into the interior. It's pretty cool. It's got this like baseball glove leather with gray carpet, and I got these Coco mats. They kind of like the original mats that you could get in these things. Put a new steering wheel on it with a authentic Porsche badge there in the middle. It has the replica gauges and everything. I mean, it's pretty close to the original. Soft top, that's pretty much worthless. If you have one of these, it stays in the garage with the top down, I think. Those chrome hubcaps. Did notice something interesting. They're Porsche logo, but they don't actually say Porsche on them. The front badge I replaced does. And the Porsche's on the front and on the back, so I don't know what the deal is with that. So they're all fiberglass. It does have like a cool custom exhaust on it. It sounds pretty good, as you heard. It's like I said, I've always kind of wanted one of these. Missed a few in the past over the years at the auction. The prices have gone up pretty dramatically since then, so I got a pretty good deal on this. Basically, how I found it, we did a conversion for a guy in North Carolina, and when he got his car back, he sent us pictures of it, and I saw this parked next to it in the garage. And so I asked him, I said, hey, is that for sale? And he says, well, anything's for sale. And so it was this long drawn out, like 3-month ordeal, back and forth. Finally, we agreed. Here, he said, I want to sell it, and here's how much I want. And so we came to an agreement. It wasn't a smoking deal, but it wasn't crazy either. So I got a pretty decent deal. I'm happy with it. It is not for sale on our website, ngsupercars.com. So yeah, we'll go take it for a little drive. All right, here we go. You just feel like a badass driving this thing, even though it's not fast or anything. And I apologize for the audio. I don't have a lapel mic with me, so I'm just relying on the mic on the camera. We're just going to do a short drive. We're not going to go far. The pedals are very weird because they're hinged at the floor, so they kind of go like this. So that takes some getting used to. And actually, you know, for how tall I am, I've got plenty of leg room in here. It's not too bad. I think no matter where you go, nobody's going to hate on this car either. Yeah, it's way more peppy than you would think. I think it's because it's so light. I think it's only like 1900 truck drivers in Texas. They think they own the road. With nobody else out here, I'm in the middle of nowhere and he just pulls up behind me and stops, and I'm pulled off to the side. All right, let's do a little launch. I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's see. That wasn't too bad. It spun the tires a little bit. They're like 185 tires though, so no, they're like 165, so I'm gonna have to look at them again. Somebody liked the car. Like I said, nobody's gonna hate this thing. There's nobody out there that says, oh, that car sucks. Like when you're driving a Ferrari, half the people hate you and half the people love it. Everybody loves you when you drive this thing. I don't know, I'll probably keep it for a while until I get bored with it. But who knows? I mean, I don't know what else I would get besides this for like a cool little drive it on Sundays when the weather's nice kind of thing. I don't know what else I would get. This thing kind of does it for me. I know they have like modifications to make these faster. In fact, our friend Fred said he's got an engine in the transmission that's fuel injected with like 170 horsepower or something. He's going to give me, and we maybe put it in at some point if I keep it around. We'll see. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy it. Jen and I will be the replica boys, put all the stuff in the replica cars. My first sports car was a 350Z, but my first real sports car was a 911. So, and I had multiple 911s after that. So, you know, going back to a Porsche, if you want to even call this a Porsche, I don't know, it's kind of cool. It feels a lot tighter and more controlled than you would think for being like what it is, for being what it is. I can't wait for the weather to get a little bit warmer so I can drive this thing. I will daily drive this thing as long as the weather's nice. It's got almost no storage space. There's a tiny bit up in the front, but the fuel tank is in the front, and that takes up like the first half of it. So you've got enough room for like a backpack up there. And then you've got some room behind the seat here. Not much. It's one of those cars I think you got to drive it, sit in it to experience it before you can judge it. So on the surface, it's nothing special. It's a fiberglass replica car with a Volkswagen engine in it, but I think it's much more than that. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for this one. Hope you like the new ride. Maybe you'll be seeing more of it because it's probably going to stick around for a while. Check out our website, ngsupercars.com. We got lots of cool stuff. We got this upcoming project we're going to do. We just got this F12 in. That is for sale on our website, NG Supercars. Still working on my Mercedes over here. I'm getting the bumper done on that. Got some other stuff going on. So yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Check out our website for parts and services, normalguysupercar.com. And I will see you on the next one.